Alrighty, I think I am live. Hello, everybody. Happy weekend to you, all my Zen friends. Welcome. So good to see you guys. And wonderful snowy day. Well, we had a little bit of snow. It didn't snow all day. A nice little dusting. It's so pretty. I love snow. So hope everyone's warm and well, or cool if you're in the southern hemisphere, because you guys are in the middle of fall. Getting ready to go into winter soon, right? Wait, no, we haven't entered the spring solstice yet. So you're in the middle of summer still. You're about to head into fall. I know now. Okay, I've been online a lot today, so forgive me. But welcome. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. Got a great group of Zen friends. Huge hearts, great senses of humor. So welcome. There's always room for more Zen friends. So happy to have you here. Quickly, how the free readings work. We do go down in order, first come, first serve down the chat. There's no special list. The chat is it. You just put your question out there. Or if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Free readings are 1 to 2 cards. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize those, step outside of the free readings to complete them, also dive deeper and pull more cards for those too. So if you're interested in doing any of that, there's no set dollar amount. Whatever you feel you're able to give from your heart is the perfect amount. I know everyone's finances and cost of living, exchanges, and everything across the world is different. So whatever you give is perfect. You can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description box of the video. We have the Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, and Square as well if you'd like to donate that way. I guess that's it. And then after that, my YouTube channel members get second priority over donations for their free readings. And so we have some out here. We have Lady A, hello, Sean G, hello, and Moonlight. So we have 3 of our YouTube channel members here. So hey, good to see you guys. And if you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, I have 2 levels. Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. In addition to getting prioritization in these readings, also on Fridays and Saturdays, I don't always get to all the free readings. Sometimes I don't get to any on some sessions because of my generous Zen friends and people who donate. But for my YouTube channel members, I always complete them after the session. If I ran out of time, I come back on and finish those as well. So that's a benefit of being a YouTube channel member. Plus, we also get together during the week. Wednesday nights, we have at least a 2-hour session with both groups together. Thursday nights, my Praying Mantis have a separate session. And then Friday, Saturday nights, and then Sunday afternoons. After those, we have at least an hour together as well. In addition to all of that, there's more. You also get advanced access to my all the videos that I put out. I put out like every month a new moon video, a full moon video when the sun changes signs. Speaking of which, we had that come out this morning for Pisces. So happy early birthday to all you Pisces sun babies. Here's the link to that if you're interested. There's a reading in there and it talks about the energy of the Pisces sun. In fact, has a little for each individual zodiac sign. We pull a card for those. So we have that, and then also weekly we have a Zen Bite, which is a short video that talks about how to maintain our Zen or return to our Zen. And yesterday's was about the best date ever, which was a fun one. And then we also have Zen Gates each month, where we talk about the portal of energy 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4. So we've got those, and we also have a quest each month that talks about how it's like more of a podcasty. It doesn't have a reading in it, but we talk about the energies around the elements and how to use that to help support us during this wonderful year of opportunity and adventure that we're having with all of our energy. And we actually was the Wind Horse or the Knight of Air, Knight of Swords last month. And Monday we have the Knight of Cups, or we called it the Ocean Rider, which is all about the night of water and how to do with emotions. So those are all free too. And I got Solstice and Equinox readings every quarter by each individual of the elements. So fire signs, water signs, etc. And then also a 2025 energy forecast for each individual zodiac sign. So links to all those are in the description box for the playlist. Plus, if you go to my main page at the very top, they're all listed under there with new for 2025, because a lot of this is new. And so we give a lot of free content over over the month and over the quarter, um, just to help us through this year, because it is a very transformational year where we can make life easier or harder for ourselves. And so the things that they provide are to help us have an easier time of all this energy. So just be, on the lookout for those if you are interested. Also, in addition to all that, I do offer personal readings and some other things. And because this is my birthday month, happy birthday, all you other Aquarians. We're having a crazy Zens super sale. So all of my personal readings are on sale. And so now's the time to get those if you really want those. I might extend it a little longer, but at least for February, they'll be at this lower price. And with yesterday being Valentine's Day, relationship is in the air. And um, in addition to personal readings where you can just send me your questions, I have like specialized kind of set questions where you can always add extra questions, but there's like relationship readings, past life readings, life purpose readings, and birthday readings that tell you, if you go to the link that's in the description box of the video, tells you how you can what's included in those. Like I got single and looking for relationship readings, the single background check where you're interested in someone kind of hanging out, not in a relationship yet, but you want to know, so what do I need to know about this? We've got the secret crush. If you have a secret crush on someone, how do they feel about you? Do they feel the same? What does spirit want you to know? You got the status of a current relationship. I know, boring. No, but and then two of my popular ones are stay or go in the relationship. Should I stay or should I go? And so those are interesting. And then the last one is reconcile with the ex. The energy if you do, the energy if you don't. What does it mean for you and the energy and things like that? So a lot of fun readings that are available. And like I said, they're on sale, so you can check out the link below. Or if you want to become a YouTube channel member, there is a link down in the description box to sign up for those too. All right. I think that's enough of the blah, blah, blah. So let us get into that here. I'm going to be using this. This is the deck I've been using. It's the, if I can get it to reflect here. There we go. Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms. Beautiful deck. So if you're interested, you know what it looks like. All righty. All right. And welcome back, everybody. uh, all right, very good. Welcome back, Joanna. And hey, Shelly, Shelly. Hello, hello. That's how I usually say it too. Um, yeah, I do past life readings. They're not as in depth as my other past life readings that I do, because I just use the tarot just to find out and see if anything else comes through. They're more brief, but when I do official past life readings, the ones that are in my um, repertoire, the paid readings are much more in depth. So if you're enticed and want more, there's always deep dives in those too. Yeah, if you guys think we dive deep in these readings for donations and stuff when we do the other readings, my spirit just goes something about privacy and um, just the energy zeroes in as well. I don't know why, and maybe it's just they just um, are. It's less vulnerable, I guess, when it's a private reading where you only get to see it versus here in front of the audience, right? But good stuff. All right. So, um, Nelia, hey, Nelia. So you have two, but I do have. I was on for 5.5 hours in my morning session. I guess it was my afternoon, evening session because I finished around 4, almost 4:30. So I do have a couple left over from my morning session, believe it or not, that we're going to look at first, and then we'll jump into Nelia's there. So, hello. So I had left off. So Sun and Moon. So I've got Sun and Moon, and then I have two from Amazing Grace. And then we'll jump into Nelia's too there. So, hey, Olivier, welcome back. Everybody. So good to see everyone. Yeah. And hey, love is the most powerful force in the universe. Good to see you too. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Busy times, but it's always perfect timing, right? So, Sun and Moon, thank you for your patience and with your follow up question here. So, we had been talking about if you're going to be bumping a baby and if BD would transform um, after the child was born, and we wanted to kind of find out because we got like yes that they would. If I remember, it was like the at least the I remember the Hanged Man, and so I know there's transformation that was there, but we want to just expand a little more and find out what does that mean. So let's take a look here and see how, like, where would this transformation be, and what would it kind of look like. So let me just pull these here. Okay. So the bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Wands, which is an energy of a fire under their booty to really it's like a spark. It just like and I think your question was like, does he like awaken? Does it like bring him back to life? Is what spirit's bringing back to me. And that does. It brings them back where they just have this spark of life, like um renewed meaning of their life. Uh, and it just feels like not that like, I don't want it to seem like they're like, well, you're not enough to stick around for in this life and have a reason to live or whatever. But there's something. I've never had children myself, but I've experienced a lot of people who have had children, and I've seen the change in them. Like my brother, he was military since he was like 5, 6 years old, and he's army sets and army, and whenever we'd play, it would be war, uh, and so he's a stubborn Taurus energy, but when he had his twin daughters were born first, he just changed. It was like totally, his heart was just there, and that's what I feel like the kind of energy there, if that's a good example, just to say it's like boom, right? Not a yet Amazing Grace, you'll be up. I'm just doing Sun and Moon's little clarifier, and then we'll get into your two. So you're right on time. So that's the kind of energy with that Ace of Wands. And let's see what else. So 10 of Pentacles, yeah, fullness of life, and that's the 10 of Pentacles. Is this usually they have like two people together, a child, a dog, an old person in a wheelchair, which is like ancestry and grandparents, and the 10 of Pentacles, meaning abundance and a palace or a home. And so it's this fullness of life that it brings, and it just feels like whatever they're feeling empty there, children do bring that, just like kittens until they grow up. I was gonna say just kidding, but it really is kind of true, isn't it? As soon as they turn into teenagers. I know teenagers get a bad rap. We've all been there. We know how hard that is. But going back to this, which is this energy of you know babies and animals, it's like unconditional love. They're just like these little bubbles that just bring this energy, and this is that fullness of life, and they feel that way. Yeah, and then if I didn't read the bottom of the deck, we got the Page of Wands, which is that heightened energy that's taking excitement about life to a new level and wanting to make plans and wanting to, it just puts a fire under their butt to get going and to bring purpose to their life, because they're like, now I have responsibility that I want to show, my child what, or children, what, um the meaning of life is, and I want to make sure they're protected. I want to make sure that they're cared for, right? Yeah, right. So I love that. And then yeah, it moves from the 5 of cups, which is the, feeling low and focusing on lower vibration, to the 9 of cups. Like a dream come true and a fullness but it comes from inside. Even the child, or children, are like the spark, but it sparks something within them, and that's where it comes from. It's not, just because. It's like it helps ignite something within them. Legacy is a big word that's coming in, and also with this 10 of Pentacles, the legacy of what I'll leave, and it's important now. Whereas before, it almost feels like they don't have one, right? And then the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. Yeah, emotional stability, to the 10 of Cups, overjoy, and just their countenance changes. Just their face changes, and people are like, "What happened to you? You're glowing," And so there is this change that comes in. It just triggers something within them. So I like that. And I think I gave you a fortune cookie, but if not, I'm going to give you another fortune cookie as well. Where do we want to go? I feel like I'm being drawn to the angelic healing. What are these called? Healing angel cards. There we go. But I feel like this is someone from the other side. This is someone bringing a message from the other side. Yeah. And I feel like this is for them, you know. I don't know if this is it feels like there's someone, um, like, a parent. I feel like, I don't know, is one of his parents gone? Like father? But it says, "You have what it takes. Just do it." And then all of your angels, all of your spiritual posse are here to support you. So that's a beautiful message for them. Yeah, I think it was nines, right? 999. So I did give you a fortune cookie, because I think it was, oh, it's right here. I stack them up so I don't use them again during the weekend normally. Yeah, because it was all 99999. And it was lessons learned, right? So it felt like, yeah, September was an important day, important month, or 9 months. But I mean, that makes sense. Usually babies are 9 months, um, but I feel like September was really standing out. So that is what they have there for you. So thank you again, Sun and Moon, and many blessings to you. All right, and then Amazing Grace, thank you for your dual donations and your patience in waiting for these there, because I was very, very hungry. I hadn't eaten all day yet, and it was perfect because my host, she had texted me, but I didn't look at it while I was on for those hours. And she goes, "I'm cooking a pork roast. It'll be ready around 4:30, and that's almost like when I stopped. And so I was like, "Oh," and then food was ready, so it was great. So thank you. I'm feeling much more energized, as you can probably tell. You're welcome, Sun and Moon. All right. So number 1, let me see here. Okay, this was technically the first one here. They were a minute apart. So, for your first donation, thank you, Amazing Grace. Okay, she's putting you out where are you going in 30 days? All right. Hallelujah. She's releasing you from your cage. So let's take a look here. So where are you going in 30 days? All right. What else here? Blessing in disguise, right? Yeah, it's like being fired from a from a company you hate that's very toxic, and you're like, "Hallelujah, thank God," because sometimes when we're in difficult situations like jobs or relationships, we'll stick it out because we don't know where we're going to go yet, and we don't know, and we keep putting it off because we know we could go find somewhere else to live, and that we could go find somewhere else to work or different things like that, but either out of fear or laziness sometimes, because we're like, I don't want to have to go look for a job and fill out a resume. I'll just put up with this crap a little longer, right? But when we get fired, we're like, all right, well, guess what? Fire under my butt. I'm going to go do it now. So I like this for you. You do have the bottom of the deck, and I love that you're looking at it that way because you got the 6 of Wands, which is victory. Woohoo! And yeah, it's victory. It's very much victory. Like, count this up as a win, right? And the cards that came out, I haven't seen them yet, but you have 1 and 2 and 3. So there is movement, there is progression, which we like. And it's a smooth progression. It's not out of order. Sometimes I'll get like 3, 1, 2, like 3 cards, so 1 card and 2 card, or 2 and 1 and 3, and it's out of order, which means it's like blah, 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 blah. But when it's 1, 2, 3, it's like boom, 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 here we go. And I like that. So let's see what they have here. Yep, Knight of Swords. Again, swift movement that comes in with the Knight of Swords. Um, Communication, a lot of clarity comes in with this Knight of Swords too. But it is fast movement. So I feel like there's going to be communication, information. Um, yeah, let's see what that brings there. That just kind of stopped right there. And I'm like, where? They go, we'll continue with the cards. And I'm like, oh, good point. So yeah, and then you have the 6 of Swords, which is leaving old thinking behind, movement, and the King of Pentacles. So again, these are very abundant cards when we're talking about finding somewhere to live and moving. They're like, it's a successful move. It's a move that feels so beneficial to you. And so they're letting you know it will progress. You will find somewhere. So don't freak out. Calm, calm, like Lamaze, and then um, and you'll be guided. I feel like with all this too, the Knight of Swords is finding clarity from above, and then the 6 of Swords. I really feel like that guiding light in the night here really helps too. So let's find out more here through these 3 cards because we're wanting to know where, not how, but where, right? So, well, it looks like you have a couple of places available here because you have the 7 of Cups. So there is a lot of like, because that represents like a lot of different emotional choices. So it's bringing in this energy that you have, all these different places that you could possibly go. And it's like your challenge is going to determine how to narrow it down because I feel like there's friends and family and you know um, some other places you can go, at least temporarily, which is the Hanged Man, which is like a cocoon. So you have some temporary places that you can go to, And I feel like that's the thing is um, like close your eyes and open your heart. And where does that lead you to go? Kind of just mention to, you know, a friend or a family member and just go, I'm really in a tough spot and I'm just wondering, I'm looking for somewhere. So it's not going to be for forever, because that's usually when, like, if someone wanted to move in with you, you'd be like, for how long? Not that I don't love you, but I do like my space. But I feel like if you say, I'm looking for somewhere, I'm finding somewhere, but I just need somewhere to put my stuff, maybe crash for a little bit, and then but I'll be out of your hair before long. And if they're like, "Oh my god, yes, come, come, come," or like, "Oh, I really don't have the space," or whatever, don't take it. Just know that the perfect place will open up. And but with the 7 of Cups, I just feel like you'd have plenty of temporary options, and then you do have the full card, which is the opening of a new, completely new place. Let's see, there you go. You can see the full card listed down there, but this is a brand new adventure and a brand new opening here. But I do feel like it's with that cocoon, it's a temporary, kind of a temporary move while you find out where you really want to go, and it takes the urgency away. Um, Mostly, I know Spirit is saying that, you would still you hate to be a bother, you hate to be in the way. Anyway, I get it. I used to have that huge feeling like I always felt I was in the way. And that comes from growing up of, mom saying, "Get out of the house, I gotta clean it. Go find somewhere else to be. You're in the way." And it's like, okay, I'm gonna go outside. But that sticks with us, right? But it's okay. You help so much, you give so much, you deserve to receive. And so allow yourself to receive and allow yourself the grace, amazing grace, and allow yourself the gentleness to be able to ask some people and just say, it's just temporary. Um, and I really appreciate it. And then I feel like you'll be guided on where to go next, with all of this too, because they're not diving into that. I feel like they're going to take it a step at a time, and you deserve this. So just don't be afraid to ask, and don't be afraid if people say, "Oh, I wish I could. I just don't feel like I can." And you're like, "Oh, that's quite all right." Don't take it personally. Just know if anyone tells you no, that it's okay because they're keeping you on track to being with the individual that you are to be with for a short time, because it's important for um, your freedom, to be able to have that. So I like that for you. And let's see. I feel like the universe has your back. Oracle is what they're being called for this one. Yeah, it's always a journey, right? And then we'll look at your other one here. Okay. All right. So this is this one. Here's your fortune cookie. I love it. Beautiful card there. And it says, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. I like that. And it is a journey, right? Because we learn that, I have everything I need in each moment always. And that my worth and my peace does not need to be disturbed by other people's actions or non-actions or words or silence. I have everything I need in this moment, so I don't need to freak out. I don't need to fear. I know you're caring for me. One of my favorite um, songs when I was in Christianity, when I was a young lad, was it's "His Eyes on the Sparrow." And it's a beautiful, beautiful song because it talks about, that the creator watches over the sparrows and makes sure they're cared for. So how much do they watch over us? And he also watches over us, right? So it's a beautiful, beautiful song. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a destination, right? Divine Empathic Tarot? So I love that. All right, so that was for that one. So beautiful, beautiful. And then for your second donation, and thank you again for your multiple donations here. A message from Spirit about you receiving inheritance. Oh, yeah. That'll be perfect. So while you're waiting for that inheritance to come in, you know, let's take a look here. Tell us about what can we know about this inheritance? That one, which leads to that one. Okay. Got it. All right. So, bottom of the deck, you do have the Judgment card, which is it's our higher self having us look at things from a higher perspective and being drawn somewhere. Um, what's interesting is usually the Judgment card has a giant angel, which this is an angel here, but there's also like people who are in their graves being resurrected. It's usually like the rapture kind of energy, but this is about seeing things differently, this release that comes in. So I like this for you. And again, it's like that the message of that you're cared for and you're divinely guided and protected. And so I like that energy just, below the, the energy there. So let's take a look. You also have temperance, patience. Things are unfolding. Yay! We always love those cards, I know. But it is the alchemy. Things are turning to gold. Things are in the process. Things are, you know, getting there. It's just, be patient with the process. We get it. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is this energy of, um, one, it's about being aware of where we're focusing our energy, right? And if we focus on the gratitude of what we do have and what we have had in our lives, then that does, bring in more, allows us to be in that opening of receiving to come in as well. So I like that energy because it's all of this that's kind of leading up to these other cards. I feel like this is just the underlying thing of going, you're always cared for, or you're always protected. We're always guiding you. Your steps are um, guarded and not really ordered because you get to choose your steps. But I like this kind of energy of, you know, we got you, boo, kind of energy coming in from, these angels and the spirit world. But also understanding your own power with the Ace of Wands, whatever you focus on, so it grows and expands. And the more we focus on want and need, we push things away from us. The more we focus on gratitude, we draw those things that we're grateful for toward us. So I like that. Now let's take a look here. I feel like that was kind of like the, what they call it, the preface of a book when they start to talk about setting up the process right here, and then we're like, boom. So let's see here about the inheritance. You have the Queen of Cups, very nurturing energy. Again, trusting spirit and following your heart. Let's see what these other ones are here. You got the power of emotional choice. You've got the Nine of Pentacles too. Nine of Pentacles is about like financial independence, and you have the Death card too, which inheritance usually comes from death, right? At least most of the time, normally. So with all of this, and I feel like it was an important relationship because these three cards came out together. So with this inheritance, I feel like you will, because that was an important relationship, at least from the person that is doing the giving of the inheritance. I feel like, you know, again, they're if they're on the other side already. If not, when they're on the other side, they will work things out. So I really like this um, Lovely. Lovely energy. And that's a confirmation. Nine of Pentacles with the Death card that to me that would represent inheritance coming your way. You have the Tower, and I feel like it comes to you unexpectedly. Um, like you have expectations of when it'll be, how it'll be, those types of things. And then all of a sudden it's like, here it is, right? And the Moon card. Yeah. I feel like there's with the Moon card, it is Mother Luna type of energy. And there is this cycles in the moon. The moon feels important, like it comes on like a new moon or a full moon kind of energy, especially with we've got a solar and lunar eclipse coming up in March. That's endings and beginnings, huge sudden unavoidable endings and beginning energy. um but so it could be in if that resonates, it just feels like the moon energy is very important. But the Tower card is the suddenness energy, like it comes to you out of nowhere. So it does feel like, with the Temperance card, it's patience, it's seeing things differently, it's managing your energy, and the more that you manage your energy, that's what allows things to come into your life or not, right? Um, because if our energy is saying, um, I enjoy wanting, I enjoy needing, then we'll stay in that wanting and needing for a long time because we can't receive if our energy is focused on enjoying wanting and needing. Not that we're enjoying it, but our energy is attracting that. So it's all about the gratitude, all about for what I have now, what you've provided me, that you're always watching me. And I love that. If you haven't ever heard of that song, I would look it up. Just on YouTube. Just "His Eye is on the Sparrow." It's a song. Hopefully, you'll pick someone that sing it wonderfully. But it's a very moving song because it's why should I worry? Why should I fret? Cetera, cetera, cetera. It's been a long time since I've heard it. But then it's "This high is on the sparrow, and I know he watches over me." So I love that. So check that out. Um, let's see here. Let's go to these angel number oracle for your fortune cookie. All right. Nope, 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 nope. All right, there we go. And you've got 1212 persistence. Dun, 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 dun. So it's persistence, shift, enthusiasm, gratitude, contentment, and new experiences. It says, "Oh, happy day. An ample opportunity related to your life's purpose is just around the corner. Take immediate action once it pops up. Of course, a lovely partnership or an epic romance is also in the cards." Woo! You're like, wait a minute, let me get through all this stuff first, right? But I like this for you, 1212. And if that stands out, if that's someone's birthday or something, that could also mean something. Or the 12th. If you have this deck, isn't it a great deck? So 1212, I think is an important, of course, obviously, that's why it came out here. But persistence, hang in there, don't give up, and gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So I love that. Right. So that's what they have for you right now, Amazing Grace. So many blessings to you. All right. All right, Elaine. I'm a waiting. Actually, there's more friend of you, so take your time. You're very welcome and many blessings and much love to you. Hang in there, my dear. I know this is the rough time, but it's going to be so free. And you're like, hallelujah. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God I'm free at last. All right. All right. So those were the previous ones that I wanted to complete. And so next we'll jump in. We'll have two from Nelia. And then Maria. Hello, Maria. So we'll come back to you via the donation via the PayPal. And then Brenda, and then back to 2 from Divine Empathic Tarot. Yay! And, um, and thank you for your oh, yeah, member for 1 month, and, don't you love that you can do one of those once a month? Little, uh, little announcements, so I love those. Alright. So, let us take a look here. So, Nelia, thank you so much for your dual donations. We'll start off with your sticker, and we'll take a look. And if you're wondering, this is not a fire, this is a humidifier. The humidity dropped, so I had to put it back on since it snowed. It sucked the humidity out of the air. So, don't worry. It's not a ghost. I had it going once, and someone goes, "Is there something behind you?" And I looked. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, shh, 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 shh." All right. Sorry. So Nelia, number one, is A being sincere and honest with you? What are his intentions with you in general on this, please? All right. Let's take a look here. Is A being sincere and honest? Okay. Right, I didn't want that one. That one. Those two. That one and that one too. And those two. Okay. Um, and what are his intentions? I feel like these are honesty, these are intentions. And anything else? Just general reading. Okay, and two more. An underline one there. Underscore. Okay. Let's take a look here. So, deep, heavy sigh. My goodness. 7 of Cups. So much emotional confusion in this capital letter A. What is going on there? I'm sorry, my nose is starting to run. Better run and catch it. Okay, there we go. Caught it. So, just a lot of emotional confusion. And you're like, no kidding, right? So definitely, woo woo woo, right? Good night, moonlight. 3 a.m. Oh my goodness. Yeah, absolutely. Something to look forward to. Sweet dreams to you. All right. So let's take a look here. Are they being sincere? I feel like 2 cards for sincerity. The Hierophant and the 7 of Swords, the deceiver, the the thief, liar, lie, lie, lie. So with your first question being, are they being sincere? It doesn't feel like they are. At least I almost feel like they think they are, but when you look at things from a higher perspective, a truer perspective, it's kind of like they're deceiving themselves. It's like someone who lies so much. This is not necessarily them, but it's like someone who would lie so much that they can't tell the difference between reality and their lies anymore. So the sincerity, it's like they think they're being sincere, but they have forgotten what sincerity is for a while. Let's see about honesty, which probably would be no, but let's see here. Yeah, we got the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a kind of a barrier energy. It's kind of like a blockage. And the Page of Pentacles is this energy of new beginnings, and um, it's also about messages from the outside world. Pages were the hear ye's of the olden days, right? And it's about communication in the outside world and this block that's there. And I feel like it's clarity comes from the outside world, and it's boy who cried wolf. I don't know. It's they And it makes sense. Now, pages are younger people too, and there's these barriers. And so it's interesting. I never thought of the boy who cried wolf as they cried wolf all the time because they were scared. And out of fear, we do stupid stuff and we act like 2-year-olds who aren't intelligent. We do stupid things. We lie, we change stuff so that we don't get rejected, so that we feel safe, et cetera, like that too. So I just feel like they're saying, they think they're sincere, they think they're honest, but no, um, because they're not being honest with themselves. Oh, okay, now we're getting to it. Yeah, they're not sincere and honest with themselves, so how could they be sincere and honest with anyone else? Wow. Okay, that makes sense. All this emotional confusion makes sense too, because when you're in fear, we are confused both mentally and emotionally too. All right. So that's that piece of it. What are his intentions with you? Let's take a look here. You got two sets of two for intentions. Yeah, got the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So the intentions are to evolve. It's interesting energy. It's like, I have no idea what to do, but I'm going to kind of just, they feel like they want to wing it and we'll just work it out. We'll kind of evolve. I want to move romantically with the Knight of Cups, but the Eight of Pentacles is like, I'll just kind of go as we go, as we move along. And it's like, so I don't know what my intentions are. I'll just kind of make it up as I go along, kind of energy too, right? Let's see what else they have under intentions here. Yeah. And we have the Star card here, which is a dream come true energy. And this King of Swords is about figuring out, and I'm getting this energy here of, well, and this kind of has to do with winging it. I'll find out what your dream come true is, and then I'll try to appear to be that. Not be that, but appear to be that. It just feels very manipulative energy with all this that's here. But I don't feel like this energy of trying to be what your dream is and make it up as I go along or whatever is because they have no idea who they are. They have no idea who they want to be. And so it's like not um like a devious plot, like I'm gonna try to be who you want me to be. It's more like I don't know who I am. I know I can't be who you want, but I'm gonna do my best to make it appear like it because I need to feel like I'm someone and that I'm desirable and that if that all makes sense. There's just a lot of insecurity, a lot of dishonesty with themselves, a lot of, very low self-esteem when it comes to all this because they're trying to transform and be who they think you want them to be because they know that if they were themselves, this is their thought, that if I was myself, you couldn't stand to be around me. That's the kind of energy they have, which is very low, right? Let's see what else we have here. So we asked what else generally. Yeah, the your empress, mighty, nurturing, big heart, your sensuality, um, that draws them. The Knight of Wands, they're very attracted to that, but they can't offer emotion. All they can offer is passion, because with all of that, like we're talking about, if you can't be honest with yourself, if you can't be sincere with yourself, if you don't have self love, you can't give that to anyone, and they don't. They have very little, so all they can offer is passion, excitement, and that. But they are very attracted to you because of your nurturing ability, and you're just this, not that you remind them of their mother, but you're like this nurturer that they never had, and they're just like, "Wow," right? And so they're like, I need that, I want that." kind of energy. What else do we have here? Yeah, the 9 of Cups. You are like a dream come true for them, you know. So they're like, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll pretend and be whatever I need to be able to have that, right? Oh my goodness, little one, do they not know that you see right through it all? Right, Nelia? You're like, yeah, I had a feeling. It's your smile, right? My host, she's funny. She's like, um, people think I'm flirting with them, but I'm just being nice. And I'm like, no, you're flirting with them. You just don't realize you are. Yeah, you had a feeling. Right. Good night, Joanna. Good to see you again. And yeah, we'll make sure we get messages for everybody tonight, I'm sure. All right. Well, let's see. For this one, where do we want to go? Let's go to the healing angel cards here is where I'm being drawn for your fortune cookie. And you've got, yeah, peace. I like this. It says, no matter where you are or what you're doing, inner peace is always possible. All it takes is a subtle shift in awareness. Think love and peace will follow. So I like that. It's like, let them. There's Mel Robbins, and I forget who, someone told me it last night. I thought Mel Robbins was married to Tony Robbins, and they're like, no, it just they happen to be same last names, but they're not married. They are married to different people. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good to know. But Mel Robbins, I follow her on Instagram, and she has wonderful insights on things. But yeah, she's good, isn't she? And but it's just this. I forget where I was going with all that, but there's this. Oh, the let them be, It's like people are going to be who they are and just let them be who they are, but it doesn't mean we don't have to, you know, um, let it impact us. Let them be. People are gonna be who they are and let them be. We can't change them, and if we spend all this energy on trying to change people, it's just let them be who they are, but don't let it define who you are. So I love you. Good. You thought the same thing too. Okay, good. I don't feel so bad. Right. So that's what they have for that, Nelly. I'm sorry, but I think you knew it already, like you said, and you're just like, yeah, I do draw, and it's funny when that there was one of the cards where it's very bright that you had, and I go, yeah, moths to a flame. It does attract. When you're like a confident person or a person who has a lot of love, when we exhibit um, characteristics and things that people want for themselves, we're not taught kind of in our society to become that ourselves and to pursue it. We are trained to obtain that, and then I'll have that because I'm kind of like consuming you. You have that, so if you're with me, then I have that too. It's like, no, you don't. But that happens, right? All right. So that is for the first one here. Oh, very good. I'm so glad that you enjoyed your reading. Beautiful. All right. And then for your second one, your little halo sticker, thank you for your second donation. Anything or anyone coming towards you and anything you need to know, general on that. All right. Let's take a look here. Anyone or anything coming towards you. All right. So, is there anyone, anything coming towards you? What else do you need to know about this that's headed towards you here? No, they wanted that one, but this one wanted to be seen too. Okay, these go down here, and this one goes over here. It's like the continuation. We'll see here. All right. All right, Missy. We got the bottom of the deck here. We do have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, of course, is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and there is this kind of patience message. And I feel like that we'll see that's for someone coming towards you. Something coming towards you is the second meaning that I usually look at with the Seven of Pentacles, which is this energy um, of with some fruit that's been growing in some areas in your life. You're like, it's not bringing me what I thought it would. I don't want to invest energy in it more. And I feel like you're with new information and new realizations, I feel like you're going to be making some changes in situations in your life. And this is more so not related to people because that first one is there is someone headed your way, but it's a slow process. And this other one is like, okay, you're seeing the fruit grow in some things in your life, and you're like, yeah, this isn't good. I'm doing some cutting away of these things here. See, divine empathic tarot, would you say? Wonderful saying, let them. If they want to leave, let them. If they choose someone else, let them. If they don't support you, let them. Let them show you who they are, then you choose. Yeah, that's it. I love that. Thank you. That's definitely, um, I feel like that's what she was talking about. All right. So let's look at the person here. Yeah, you got the 10 of Pentacles relationship card for so for someone coming into your life, you know, um, that is what's coming towards you. There is a relationship uh, headed your way, but it's taking its time on purpose, for purpose. You're raising your love vibration. Things are the atmosphere in your life and in their life is becoming conducive where you guys can, be in that same energy level. So that is headed your way, but things are going slow on purpose for both of you so that you guys can be at the same level. Otherwise, if you're up here and they're down there, you'll miss each other. And it wouldn't be the other way. But let's say if it was the other way, you'd miss each other. But being on the same one, you're like, hello. So I like that. Now, this anything headed your way, let's get more on this. Queen of Pentacles. So it is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, abundance that's coming in here for you. I feel like I'm getting health energy. So some things you're doing for your health that aren't working, you're like, okay, I'm not going to spend money on that anymore. Trying something different. This also has to do with finances, which I feel like there's some things that you're doing. And I feel like you're just going to cut some things out that like you're paying for stuff that's not, you know, doing you any good and it's like a waste of resources. And I feel like you're doing some chop stuff with that too. Um, and and there is this sense of creativity too of you um, changing something else, doing something else to help with your finances. So there's some creativity. Let's see, these three cards came out together. Let's see what else this has to do here. Yeah, and so we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is this, the master of thought and thinking and seeing things from different perspectives. And I like this. You have the Four of Pentacles, the card of home, but also of stability in the outside world. And you got the Hermit card too, which has to do with being being with yourself. And I don't know with this Four of Pentacles and all this I don't know if you're living with someone um or thinking about it, but this energy is about finding a way to do where your heart leads you, and if you want to be by yourself, like with this hermit mode, with the Four Pentacles being home, so home alone. With this energy, I feel like you're going to be getting some ideas that help you achieve and be um, in the type of home and the type of environment that you're wanting. And so I like that for you, if that makes sense. And then you've got this here. You got the High Priestess. So with the Hermit card and the High Priestess coming together, um, you're living with your two daughters and your two fur babies. You're like, "Daughters, guess what? You're moving out." I'm just kidding. I'm downsizing, and that means you gotta go. I don't know. But there is this energy of finding your a place of peace for you, whether that is, whatever this has to happen. But the hermit and the high priestess are both about stepping away from the chaos. You're seldom alone, right? It's getting away from the chaos, going up into your high priestess temple, or the hermit goes into his cave or into the mountaintop, away from everything, to be able to connect to the higher realms, look behind the veil, dive deep into their themselves, and that this is an important thing for you here. Maybe it's a vacation. Maybe you're gonna go like, all right, I'm gonna go on vacation. Well, where we're going? We're not going anywhere. I'm going away, and I'm not telling you where. No, for how long? The bills are paid. Bye bye. But there is that kind of energy here about the need of your own space. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, and you've definitely been on this journey of the Ace of Cups, finding your self love, and here is this phoenix rising from the ashes, um, and it's very much Scorpio energy of, um, the Scorpio masters of transformation ruled by Pluto. They start off as scorpions, and then they evolve into snakes, and then they, that shed their skin. They still strike, they still can have venom, but then they evolve into an eagle that flies above storms, right? They can still dive down, protect the things they love, but they go back above the storms. And then eventually they do evolve into a phoenix. And I love this for you because I feel like this transformation that you've been going through, and it's okay. It's um time to really nurture yourself and find out what you're wanting with all this too. This Queen of Pentacles, it makes sense that you live with your two daughters. Fur babies, they are a benefit to you, unless they're theirs, then they can go with them. You can get your own dog if they're not yours, if you want one. Or you're a cat person and you'd rather have a cat. This is about choosing for you and realizing, yeah, I mean, you've cared for and you've protected, and we have all this, but at some point, sometimes it's time for the legal eaglets to fly as well. So whatever resonates for you, and there's never any pressure to do all this, but since we're asking them, this is what they're bringing in. And then what's this last one here? Yeah, the Page of Wands, stepping up into your power, realizing that you're the one that gets to decide for you and your life and what direction you want to go. And it is stepping into that, realizing a lot of, what you're drawing into your life and towards you is what you focus on too with this Page of Wands. And it is about, you get to decide what you focus on each moment, and that also determines what you draw. Like attracts like, right? So the more we're grateful for things, certain things, that's what's drawn to us. The things we fear or the things we dread just get extended if we focus on them, instead of focusing on what we hate, we focus on what we love, right? And then that kind of changes things. So hopefully that makes sense. Where are we going? For your fortune cookie, we're going to go to the universe has your back. So let's see what else they want you to know here. Isn't that great? What we focus on, what is our energy, what is our intention? Because thoughts are a choice and a decision. That's the stories we're putting. What emotions am I choosing? But the intention, what is my focus? What is my oomph that I'm putting forward, right? So very interesting. All right, so what else do we have? All right, here we go. Yeah, exactly as I was saying, right? You're attracting an asteroid. No, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Because if I'm not focused on what I'm joyful about, then I repel help from the universe. I feel, then redirect. Yeah, and that's perfect because feeling, there's no wrong feeling, there's no wrong thought, there's no wrong energy, there's no wrong like choice. There's just different choices with different experiences. We come down here to experience. So if we're like, oh, I can't feel that way, we push it down instead of flow and we hold on to it. But when we feel it, and then we're like, okay, I felt enough of that. Now I'm ready to whoosh into something else. And I love that. So well said, Nelia. All right. And that is what they have for you. So many blessings. Thank you again for your dual donations. I appreciate you. All right. And then we have Maria. Maria, thank you so much for your multiple donations today. Appreciate you. You are very welcome. Feel it, then let it go. Yeah, don't hold on to it. Let it flow, right? All right, so Maria, let's take a look here. So Walter's feelings and thoughts towards you tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So what is Wally feeling? What is he thinking tonight? Okay. And then what's coming for you and Walter next month in March? What does Spirit want you to know? And that one too. Okay. That's underneath. Okay. Maria, yay, yay, yay. Hello, hello. You're here. All right. And then does he ever compare you with his soon future ex-wife? None your business. Here we go again. We shall see what Spirit says. Nanya a business. Is that house for him to live there with son and mother of the son, or is that his ticket out? Uh-huh. Been doing a lot of thinking today, have we? Okay. Let me take a sip of my tea before we get into the tea. All right. Sure. Just a quick update before we dive in here. So we've got Maria, and then we'll have Brenda, and then you're after that. So you've got a couple after that. Um, and um, and you can always rewind even while I'm live. You can back up to where your reading is too. So you're good either way. But I feel like you have time to put your daughter down. Bunk. Okay, she's asleep. I'm just kidding. Here's some NyQuil. Go to sleep. That's why my brother never let me watch his daughters and son. How are you gonna put him to sleep? Whiskey? Isn't that how we all do it? You're welcome. Okay. So, and I'm totally kidding, of course. Please do not use NyQuil or whiskey to put your children to sleep. That was what they did in the olden days. All right. So, what are their thoughts and feelings for you towards you tonight? All right. So the first two cards that came out together are the Star card and the Strength card. So I love this energy because the Star card is like dreams come true, wishing upon a star. And the Strength card is this energy of courage and this Leo energy, this, you know, um, inner strength that you show. And and they do, I mean, they're strong and independent, but it's like they you have such inner strength that they don't feel like they have to be a hero and they don't have to rescue you and they don't have to do all these things. You're very, um, very centered and they like that, right? Yeah, that's true. Divine empathic tarot. They used to rub, whiskey on like, put it in water, they dilute it, but they'd put it on because they didn't have, like, all the stuff we had today, so that's what they used, you know? Hey, it worked. They stopped crying, they didn't feel nothing. Like, "Wow." So, I like this, for you, Maria. Sorry to go off topic, but I thought it was funny. But this is good, this is such strong energy, right? And then the other 2 cards that came out, 5 of Swords and 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, and so the 5 of Swords is this energy of battling between their head and their heart, which is something you guys have in common. And the 2 of Pentacles, um, the juggling of things is a lot on their mind and just trying to work everything out. Um, but, and coming back to their energy, they just they I mean, they loved and they love their, future ex-wife, and they love their son, um, and I don't know if they've said the L word for you, so we can out that to you. They love you too. They just don't like each other much anymore because 'cause they've changed and they're not, compatible, um, because they both and I feel like they got, like, involved early, you know? In life and when they were young and so, but they've matured and grown and they just don't have commonalities. And it's not like they hate each other because he still cares and he wants them, I feel like they sacrificed a lot. Um, like maybe like they ended up not going to college or whatever because they got pregnant. And so they were like, well, we can't afford that. So it's like she took one for the team, not to go to college, and he did, I believe, and it's that kind of scenario where she did that, right? Yeah, good. And so, they're wanting to care for them and not be a douchebag and go, "Too bad, I don't care if you have to live in poverty, that's your problem, not mine." No, he wants to make sure, and we'll look into that other question that you have here. But I like this that he's trying to work everything out and he's not just going, screw my old life. I'm going to start a new life somewhere else and deal with it. He's an honorable person. It stresses him out quite a bit, but he's an honorable person. So I like that. And then what's coming for you and Walter next month? Okay. So you got the Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man. So of course we know that there's going to be a lot of Queen of Wands passion in the cocoon. They like the cocoon, so there's a lot of that in March, which you probably knew that. Underneath that, yeah, you have the Devil card, which is the shaking, the rattling, the rolling. So I was wondering if they were going to bring that out, and sure enough, they bring it out right away. So all of these supposed to be, should be's, need to be's, have to be's, must be's when we find ourselves jumping into the future or into the past, but into the future especially, this is us trying to control things, needing to know, wanting to know because we're in fear and we want to control outcomes because I need something to be something. And I'm wondering, are things going to match up the way I think they should be next month? That's kind of some stuff that's going on below the surface, right? Um, so they're like, yeah, I know, right? Passion, woo! That's all I need to know. I'm out. Drop the mic. No, but there is this coming back to now, gratitude for what is happening now, and of course, whatever you focus on with your energy. But it's about letting go of expectations, and the month of March for you is the continuation of the shaking and the rattling of your cage to let go of those so that you can have that kind of energy, right? So if that makes sense. And then, does he ever compare you with his soon future ex-wife? Let's take a look here. Yeah, they do. Did you just want a yes or no on that, or did you want to know more? You're like, bruddaZEN, don't make me hunt you down. um, so you have the Phoenix, which is like you, and the Hierophant, seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective. So he definitely compares. How could he not? But the difference is that the Nine of Swords, nightmare and insomnia, versus a bright, shining phoenix and someone who helps bring clarity into their life. So the comparison isn't a one of like beauty and how they treat me or what they do in the sack or anything like that. This is about how different my relationship is with you from theirs and what a it's the difference of a bright phoenix and a nightmare, in a way. And so it's you know so I like that. You're like, tell me. So that is the a big difference. And like you said, with the cocooning and feeling safe and feeling supported and um equal, more equal giving and receiving between the two of you. And going back to how he feels, like how you have this strength and you have this independence, and that um you don't need to be rescued. It's a different kind of energy that's with his future ex-wife, because um she's learned to take on the victim role to get him to do what she wants him to do, and you don't do that. And hopefully you don't do that, because then he'll be like, "Oh, you're just like the rest of them, right?" Yeah, and it is a big difference. And so that is a positive thing that he does, but he doesn't, compare you, you know, going, "Oh, you don't do things like you do. You don't cook like she does. You don't do this." And he's like, "None of that," because it's like it's the important things he looks at, and he's like, "Wow, peacefulness," right? And then you wanna know, is that house for him to live there with the son and mother, or the son in that, or is this ticket out? Let's take a look here. So we've got the 7 of Wands, which is about being true to one's authentic self, not dimming their light, etc. We got the Emperor energy here. Let's see what else. What's this one here? We got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new start. So, yeah, you listen a lot. Yeah, which is great, you know. So I feel like this is where this energy is here is, with the 7 of Wands being true, the authentic self, the Emperor about wanting to choose their life, wanting to choose, what they want, where they want to go, how they want to do all that. And the Ace of Pentacles is all about new starts and new beginnings and being able to be independent and be that. So I feel like it's his ticket out sounds more harsh than he would want it to be said. It's like it's an opportunity for him to make sure that his son has a place and that he's being honorable, while then he will feel less guilty about not living with them, if he's setting them up for, you know, to have their home and to be safe, with all that too. So I like that here. So that is what they have for you here, and we'll give you a fortune cookie since I put all these cards away. Hey, Patsy, good to see you. I did complete your uh, reading earlier in the earlier session. It was like a 5.5 hour session, so we did do them almost all. There's just one that I didn't get to, free reading, and a couple of donations that I already completed. So good evening to you, or good morning to you there. All right, let's see. Let's go to an angel number here for you for your fortune cookie, Maria. What else would I like you to know today? There we go. 1313, starting fresh. I like it. Yeah, you're all right. It says encouragement, goals, foundations, creative ventures, communication. It says step out of your comfort zone. You're about to create something meaningful. All your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Build up your confidence and trust in your decisions. So, I like that. That's kind of letting go of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations and going, you know what? I'm going to let go of control. What? I know. Let go of control. And you get to do that. You've been seeing a lot of 1111s. Yeah, 1313 now too. So I love that. All right, so that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. Okay, move this over here so I don't forget it. All right. Hey, Earth Angel. Yeah, 1111 is a power number for sure. Oh, you good. I'm glad you love those messages. So, it's not a whole lot. We've got next I've got Brenda and then two from Divine Empathic Tarot. So not too long here. All right. So Brenda, thank you for your donation and your eyes full of love. So you would like a reading for this night in love. All right. So here we go. What does Spirit want you to know about love for this evening? All right. So we do have that one and that one, that one, but come on. Then this one, and then these two. Okay. What do we have on tap for love tonight? Okay, these are together, and then these go this way. Got it, got it. Now, the bottom of the deck, and wow, you have both of these following each other here. You got the King of Wands and the Emperor. Both of these are the same kind of energy-ish for me, especially when they come out together like that on the bottom of the deck. So, we've got this you are the ruler of your passions tonight. You your energy is what controls the flow of love in the air for you tonight. uh and so it's like you're on the throne. You are the leader of it tonight, and you always are, but especially tonight you feel the power of the love seat. The love seat. Maybe that's where they came with love seats. But so interesting energy. We'll see what this means as we look at these other cards. That was the bottom of the deck. You do have the Seven of Wands. There we go again. This energy of um, not dimming your light, not asking permission to shine, but being yourself. Um, Not needing to defend why you wanna, what you want, what you don't want, or whatever. You just are in this place of power to go, this is what I want. And if, the responses, if you're talking to people or chatting with people or whatever on a dating app or whatever, it's like, listen, this is what I like, and this is what I want, and this is what da 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 da. And you can tell um, those that can take it and those that can't. And if you're like, well, da, 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 and they're like blocked, deleted, not responding, ghosted, you're like, thank you for showing me that you're a weenie. Not showing me you're a weenie, but that you are a weenie, that you can't handle someone who is in their sits in their strength, and you need someone that can handle the heat. Like, you know what? Because otherwise you're just going to burn up. If you're the scarecrow, like from the Wizard of Oz, and you're near me and I'm the sun, you're going to burn up and you'll be gone in like that. I need someone like the Tin Man who is won't melt, you just heat up. And then while you're heated up, I will form you into what I want you to be. I'm just kidding. Because when metal is heated up, you can bend it and mold it. That was just a joke. But we've got the Six of Swords as well, which is leaving behind old ways of thinking and moving back into, moving towards higher ways of thinking too. And so that there is some, I feel like with your interactions with people tonight, you're just going to get some clarity around what you do want and what you don't want, because you're really sitting in this place of power and you're just like, I don't like this. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I don't have to. And I like this, uh, putting your authority over your life and what you're wanting and speaking up and not going, you know what? I'm not going to play all these games and then share what I want and then have them ghost. I don't have time for this. I'm just going to say, hey, this is who I am, what I want, blah blah blah. And those that are like, all right, I'm on board. Others will show you who they are. I like that. You like that, Divine Empathic Tarot? Don't be a weenie. All right. Yeah. And I do feel like there's this rebirth tonight, this death and rebirth with the death card here. So there is this kind of transformation. It's like you're just stepping into your power is a huge energy here. Yeah. And you have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like here tonight too, you're going to have a lot of connection with your intuition. And the Two of Swords, swipe left, swipe right. You're just going to be like, I just feel like you have this intuition and this instinct where you're just like, no, alarms going off. Nope, nope, nope. And I just like this decisiveness that you're feeling. It just feels like the Leo energy of this full moon we had. You're on fire. And you're just like, I am in no mood to take anyone's crap. No game playing here. Only real men apply, right? So I like this. I like this sassy boldness that's coming through for you tonight. All right, what else do we have here? You got the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, the equal giving and receiving. I like that. And again, that comes down to that. I need someone who can keep up. And I'm tired of finding out later after I go through all the hoops. No more hoops. I'm not a poodle. It's not a circus. I am going to just put it out there. And those that can keep up, thank you. And those who can't, thank you for showing me who you are. Again, reinforced. And you got the Four of Swords, peace of mind. I like this. You just, in this space here of just really being at peace with who you are. And I feel like, you've been growing so much over the last year, 2 years, last year, so much, last 3 months. Yeah, 3 to 4 months, right? Even more so, you're just like your your threshold of taking people's crap is really gone down. You're like, I don't need to. I used to feel like, oh, well, I got to do this and give them a chance, and you're like, no, I am worth more than dealing with all this stuff. I'm just going to streamline the process. I love this for you. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. And I feel like for your fortune cookie, we are going to the universe has your back. And thank you for the other night going, hey, where's my fortune cookie? Because I had kind of neglected those, but now we have 3 cookie jars that I'm pulling from. Yeah, I like it. Happy birthday. Happiness is your birthright. I deserve to be happy. Don't have to put up with any of that crapola. So, boom. So there you go, Brenda. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Divine Empathic Tarot. Thank you so much for your donation. So, when I When you're asking about like the number 6 and the number 1, those are special readings that I do, um, that you can book those readings. Those are longer, more intense, deeper ones. We can still kind of do this, the general energies around them, for these donations. But just so you know, they're different. If you really want to go deep dive into them, if you click on the link that's in the description box of the video, it'll give you the full, picture of what I normally would go in to for those readings. But those are like the personal readings that are done not live because they are intensive, and um, you can purchase like a 30-minute one or an hour one. So those are very, very deep, deep, deep. But what we can still, for these ones, kind of dive into them, as well. So for your first one, let me give that a love and a like. And so the reconciliation with the ex, we can dive in and see, kind of the energies that we would look at are, um, one, based on current energies, is there possibilities for reconciliation with the ex? So we'll pull one card for that. And then, um, if there is, well, let's look at that first, right? So we have the 8 of Wands that comes in with that here, right? And, um okay, very good. So you got the 8 of Wands, which is it's a lot of energy, a lot of passionate energy, which tells me that reconciliation could be possible, but it would all be about X sex. It'd all be about that's what they would be looking for is, now that there's no expectations, if we get back together, it's like it's fun in the beginning and it's that, but it's all about that. And I kind of feel like that's kind of what the problem, not the problem, but what was missing was that they couldn't give you emotion because they don't have a whole lot of love for themselves. But how they express themselves is through passion and intimacy and touch, not through the heart, right? And it's like, okay, so nothing's changed. And it's possible there. But let's see here. If you do reconcile, what energy would be with that? And then what energy is if you don't, if you choose not to? We'll just do a kind of a little mini read like that. Yeah. And we do have the bottom of the deck is bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck. Whoa, Freudian slip. He relapsed and lost that. Yeah, right. Yeah. We got the Ace of Pentacles, which is, you know, new opportunity, a new, and that makes sense with they're going through about trying to feel their or learn more about their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. So, based on their current energies, if you guys reconciled, yeah, we got the 8 of Cups. It would end up walking away from a relationship that doesn't serve anymore. So, I feel like it would end up ending again, because with the Justice card and um, the Chariot here, it just would be, you know, um, you'd end up back at the Justice, back in court. But the Chariot card is the power of choice, card. There is no wrong choice, but we realize when we're choosing for us and like for your daughter, it's like though reconciliation on one hand, on one thing of the justice, scales is like, well, they would love to have their father in the house, but if he's still going to be, you know, um, they're working on their sobriety, then it's like, eh, not until I know and you can prove to me and I over consistently time, you would have to show me that to be able to do this. This is the gateway that you have to go through, and I have to be able to see it for a very long time consistently, and you wouldn't live here, until that. I'm not going to let you come back in till I know beforehand, right? It's like, I'm not a vampire anymore. Okay, good. Well, come on in, and then there's their teeth. But if you're like, oh, over time, and then you're like, oh, you can't hide your fangs forever. There they are. That's the kind of energy. Now, if you don't reconcile based on current things here, yeah, you do have the Two of Wands. You have this power of choice, the Three of Wands. You would go a different direction if you don't reconcile. And there's the Two of Cups. You would find another relationship, someone who is more in alignment with, your energy too. So, I love that kind of energy coming in here. So, I just feel like right now, um, with the Emperor on the bottom of the deck too, it's just like there's still choices to be made, um, and they're that is the energy of trying to figure out what they want and getting their act together and putting together a plan and sticking to the plan and investing energy in the plan too, right? Mm. In 2 years. Wow, I love that. Perfect. I usually tell people 3 months. I need to see consistency for 3 months. And that's not with sobriety, but just in I've changed. They're like, "No, 3 months." Well, thank you. The proper response would have been, "Yeah, I'll show you for 6 months." Right? Boundaries. I love that. Let's see here. So let's pull an angel number oracle here for you and see what we have here. This is your thing. Yep, high vibes 1144. And this says divine intervention, prosperity, big ventures, fated events, faith, purpose, higher calling. Love or other happiness lurks just around the corner. It will be something much better than in your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity, an exciting encounter with like minded people will exceed your expectations. So that's like that Two of Cups. It's like this relationship. It's someone who matches your energy and that you don't have to have someone that proves it, right? Yeah. Yeah. I've changed. Don't tell me, show me. All right. So that is for that one. Where I'm at right now, I've got oh, let's see here. Actually, I just got one more donation with Divine Empathic Tarot, and then I'll be jumping to my YouTube channel members for their free readings, and then if there's still time left over, gosh, it's already 7:38. Um, then I'll attempt to do as many free readings as I can. But I feel like today's just a wonderful day where I probably will end up coming back on after my time with my Praying Mantis members and finish out any free readings tonight too. Um, I just feel like I'm in that zone today. So I need to maintain balance. I know, which I normally, you know, don't do, which I went out of balance today. I had a morning session of 5.5 hours. Um, but I'm just in a wonderful place. So we'll do that. All right. So Divine Empathic Tarot. Thank you for your second donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. And the single and looking, who's coming towards you, right? So, which is perfect. It kind of builds on what we just did, right? To find out who is this Two of Cups person, the one around the corner. Maybe they live around the corner. Maybe you need to start going for walks around the block. Come on, daughter, we're going for a walk. Or walk your neighbor's dog. Do something to get out there. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look here. So tell us about who is this Two of Cups? What can we know about them? I knew I dropped it. Hold on a sec. Oh, couple. All right. Yeah, I knew these weren't supposed to come out. They were falling out of the deck, but they weren't yours. That's why they fell under the table. Which the the 5 and the 7 of pentacles, which that's I feel like that's more your um ex's energy. All right. So this individual, well, oh, okay. Well, hello. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. And I don't feel like this is their energy. They're not like a horny little chihuahua wanting to hump people's legs, which is one of the meanings of the card for me with spirit anyway. This is the quickness that it is just around the corner. I feel like you're going to be meeting someone, right? You do about 4 times a week in the winter after dinner? Oh, I love that. You walk every floor. How fun is that? So I do feel like you bump into them. I mean, literally, it's like around the corner, maybe bump into someone, and you keep bumping into them going around a corner. It could be literally that. But I love that. But I feel like it's very, very soon. It is coming quickly, especially after what we read in the other one. Um, yeah, and you have the chariot. Look at this type of energy here. Look at just how alike you guys are. Um, so I love this energy, this empowerment that comes through this here. So, um, and I don't even feel like it's the cards meaning, it's the pictures about the divine counterpart. And again, it's like-mindedness, right? Oh, it has happened? Oh, ho, ho. Ooh la la. Spark, spark, spark. But I love this. I love it. Okay, let's see what else. And you have the Knight of Swords. So movement of communication. So I do feel like that comes up here, right? Yeah, exactly. So I feel like it'll continue to happen and it'll start back up. And maybe if it's not that particular person, it doesn't have to be, but I feel like you will be like, well, hello. And the Knight of Swords is movement of communication. So if you're ready, I feel like here comes the communication. And you got the Queen of Cups. So we, of course, this is okay, making a lot of sense here because you even have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck, which the Queen of Cups, High Priestess energy, very similar to me. Um, similar energies, which in this case, it is past life connection. It is this awareness of this draw, like you know each other, like this comfort level, this knowingness. Like I feel like I know them from somewhere, not just because they live here. Like the first time you bump into them, or when you bumped into them, or when you will bump into them, if it's someone else, is like, hey, and there is that kind of connection that's there. So it's going to be very obvious with this individual that you have that draw together. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, you got the 7 of Swords. And this is kind of the healing you needed to go through because it's hard to trust others when you've been betrayed and lied to um there's that mistrust energy where you have to realize this isn't them, it's someone else, right? That you're someone else. You got the Page of Pentacles, yeah, because this is a new opportunity in the outside world. Um, and you got the Full card, which is a brand new adventure, free of expectations, free of old cycles. Looking at it more like a lot of possibilities that can happen. And you have the Four of Wands too. which is this beautiful energy, um, and because it's joy, it's celebration, it's gatherings, and um, it's the marriage card too. But I feel like we're kind of not rushing into this, right? Okay, but there is this joy, and there is this um, celebrating and being invited to go to some sort of celebration. I feel like very quickly after you start meeting them and talking with them, they're like, I know this is fast, um, but I have this wedding to go to, and I'm like, and I get a plus one. I really don't want to go alone because I don't I know I know the groom, but I don't know anyone else. And um yeah, right? Yeah, and then you're only getting married once. Once more? But there's this and I feel like they're like, and yeah, please, bring your daughter if she wants to go. You don't have to find a babysitter or whatever. She can come with us if she wants. So boom shakalaka. Any of the nine of cups, which is emotional dreams come true. So again, definitely someone who matches up. Again, I just want to show these cards because it is just amazing. You know, just the same thing, walking through the desert, feeling that powerful feline energy. That's there. But I love that. So they could be a fire sign. Are you a fire sign? Maybe you both are fire signs. I don't know. It happened last week. Wow. I love it. I love it. I love it. Gotta love spirit. All right. And then let's pull here from the angel number oracle here. And see what you're. All right. Boom. Boom, boom. Wow. So regarding this individual, you got 1331. Good fortune. Woo woo. Yeah, it was a lion and a tiger, I think. Sorry, I put them back in a. I didn't look at that fast enough. Um, Sorry, I put them all separately back in so that I don't keep drawing all the same cards together. Or when they do. Yeah, yours is a white tiger and theirs was a lion, I believe. Sorry, let me just scooch. Yeah, yeah. So theirs was a lion. I don't if it focuses good enough here, but so that's a big old lion. And then yours is a white tiger. So there you go. And so this is good fortune, advice, comfort, major change, individuality, and independence. And it says, have faith in your skills and talents as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. Yeehaw! I love that. Your air and earth, Gemini and Taurus. Cuss baby, May 21st. Oh, wow. Oh, very good. Part of your vision. How perfect. Ah, cheers. Cheers to you, spirit. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that is what they got for you, my dears. Thank you for your mutual donations here. Let's see, I got about 5 minutes. Let's see. Well, I'm going to take some screenshots really quick here. So I will come back on and finish out all readings tonight because I don't think I have like a ton, probably because I got most people's readings in the earlier session. So that's what happens when you go on for 5 hours. So let me just take screenshots up to this point. That way, because I'll need to be bugging out of here in a few to go spend time with my Praying Mantis members. And then we shall return and just finish out the free readings. We'll see if I get through my YouTube channel members here. Okay. Whoops, behave. Okay. You're welcome, my fiend. I always forget about that till you say it, and I love it. Too funny. All right. So, sure, Earth Angel, if you want to ask a question for a free reading, just put your question down below. I'll grab it before I head off here, but I will be back in about an hour or so to finish out all readings. And let's see here. Lady A, hello. So, Lady A, you would like to know if the Cancer that you're dating was lying about his documents to stay in the country, his current feelings, and how it is looking for your relationship in the future. Ooh, okay. So let's look at that here, Lady A. Oh, thank you, Faith and Love. Much love to you. Yeah, and so we will. I will come back on here as well. So, Lady A, this Cancer, were they? Are they honest? Were they lying? And then, what's the future of the relationship look like? Okay, so were they lying? We got the King of Cups. It's a balance between head and heart. So it doesn't feel like they were lying because that feels a very balanced energy. Not any shenanigans. Well, not those shenanigans here. And what's with the future here? You have the Eight of Wands. You know, they are really focused in on passion here. So even though they, you know, they have this um, capacity to love in a great way, being Cancer and connected to the moon, and they emotion rules their entire birth chart, right? Um, they don't have a whole lot of expression of emotion. It seems. Wonder what their moon is, but the Eight of Wands is about a lot of passion, a lot of expression of that, a lot of attraction of that. So I don't, um, you know, I don't feel like they're lying about stuff, but I just don't feel like they can express a lot of feeling, and I feel like they're so conflicted with that because with Cancer ruling their chart, they want to, but they had so much uh, punishment around emotion when they were younger. It's almost like that they, because of that strong emotion, they were it was difficult as a child, 7 years old and younger. I know I've got, like, a ton of water, even though I'm a Aquarius sun, Capricorn rising, I got a Pisces moon. I've got, like, a stellium in Pisces. I've got a grand trines and a kite in, water, and then other planets in water. So I got a ton of water where I was a crybaby when I was young because everything was emotional for me. And I remember, you know, being told many times, you better stop your crying. I'm going to give you something to cry about. And that's the kind of energy I feel with, like, they had to suppress their emotions so much. Like, no, you cannot um, show that weakness, you know, buckle up, you know. And so I feel like they learned I can't express emotion, and then other things too that made them kind of shut down emotionally. So I don't feel like they can do a whole lot, and like what they're looking at here is more, you know, looking at that kind of energy. So hopefully that, you know, makes sense there. All right. Yeah, definitely Faith and Love. I would watch that. There's some great energy. And then on Monday too, we have the Quest video that talks about the Knight of Cups, the Ocean Rider, which is all about emotion too. So that will really help with all of that because it's, you know, I know my mom's a Pisces sun. Um, I don't think she has any other Pisces in her chart, but it it did her a doozy in her life, a lot of emotions, All right. So let me grab here. Let me see here. Earth Angel. All right, let me grab these. And Earth Angel, did you ask your question up above? You said you had a question. You asked if there was a long donation list. Let me just see here. Earth Angel, Earth Angel. If not, pop it down below. I'm about to head off to spend about an hour or so with my Praying Mantis members, and then I shall return. Not seeing a question for you, Earth Angel, so be sure to pop it down there so that we can complete that. Let me see here. All right. And then I just got a donation through from Amazing Grace. So we'll catch that on when I return here as well. A lot of Pisces in your chart and a Virgo moon. You emotionally overthink around your emotions. Yeah, yeah. What's good is you overthink, but you also have a groundedness in your emotions too. It helps balance your chart at least, a little bit. Because even though Pisces is the CEO and they roll over your entire planet, I mean, your entire chart, the company, they're the CEO, all the department heads, it's like they have a grounded thinker over the emotional area. It's like, well, that'll help keep it balanced a little bit. I know I love my air energy Aquarius, that's the CEO, and then my rising sign is Capricorn, which are big thinkers like Virgos. But then the rest of my chart helps balance out over my overthinking with emotion, so it helps. We're all such beautiful, independent, like unique soups, right? We have all the same base. It's like, here's some chicken bone broth as the base, and then all the other stuff that gets added in makes this unique soup, right? So I love that. And spices and all that. All right. So I shall return, and Teresa Horton, we will make sure we get yours this evening too. You were the one free reading I didn't get to earlier today, so we will have you be the first free reading when I get to it. But I do have a donation that I'll take care of, and then I'll come back and finish out all my YouTube channel members, and then all the free readings too, since we don't have a bunch there. So, um, so Earth Angel, if you're still here, pop your question in so I can grab that. Otherwise, I'll just end up giving you a general read, and Spirit knows what you want anyway. But I didn't see your name earlier than when you asked if their donations were open still. So I shall do that. You too, Faith and Love. All right, everybody. Yeah, I'm heading off here. It starts in a minute, so I'm going to head over. But I will return. And thank you guys for your patience in getting to all your readings, all your love, and all your support. And remember, as we're going through our adventure, every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, hang in there, have a lot of fun, and we'll see you soon.